Have you ever felt it? That sudden hot rush to your face when you're put on the spot? That uncontrollable red glow? It's a feeling we all know, and it's something that is, well, deeply human. But have you ever really stopped to ask yourself, why? Why do we do this?
You know, this simple little reaction completely stumped one of the greatest scientific minds in history. Charles Darwin himself called blushing an evolutionary puzzle, the most peculiar and the most human of all our expressions. He just couldn't wrap his head around it. I mean, why would we evolve a trait that basically broadcasts our shame and discomfort to the entire world? It just seemed to have zero survival advantage. So let's start right there, with the mystery that fascinated Darwin. Why on earth would evolution give us a signal that feels like it works completely against us? When you really think about it, blushing seems like a terrible design flaw. You can't stop it. It shows everyone you feel vulnerable right at the moment you want to hide, and it doesn't help you find food or run from a predator. So from a purely survival point of view, what's the deal?
Okay, so to solve this puzzle, we first have to get down to the basics. Let's look at the simple mechanics of what's actually going on under your skin when your cheeks turn that telltale shade of red.
It's really just a lightning-fast chain reaction. Your brain senses that awkward moment, and it hits a panic button, flooding your body with adrenaline. And yeah, this is the exact same system that controls your fight-or-flight response. That adrenaline makes the blood vessels in your face open wide. A whole lot of blood rushes in, and bam, you're blushing.
But wait a second. If adrenaline is shooting through your entire body, why do our cheeks and our ears and our neck get all the attention? Why don't our knees blush? Well, it turns out our face is just perfectly designed for it. The skin there is packed with way more tiny blood vessels, capillaries, than other parts of our body. And they're sitting right near the surface. Darwin also had a theory that because we're so focused on our own faces, our brains might just make that area extra sensitive to this whole effect. So, okay, we get the mechanics now, but that still doesn't answer Darwin's big question. Why? Why did we evolve this? And this, my friends, is where the story gets really, really cool. Here's the paradox. While you're standing there feeling totally mortified, wanting the ground to just swallow you whole, modern science shows that other people see it completely differently. Studies have found that someone who blushes after making a mistake is actually seen as more sincere, more trustworthy, more honest. And that right there, that's the answer to Darwin's puzzle. Psychologists call it an appeasement function. A blush is basically a nonverbal apology that you can't fake. It's your body's way of instantly signaling to everyone around you, oops, I know I messed up, I feel bad about it, and I'm not a threat. It automatically helps to smooth things over and repair our social connections. Mark Twain absolutely nailed it with this one. The idea that blushing is tied to our complex human social roles, it just makes sense. But what about that first part? Is it strictly true that we're the only animal that does this? Darwin thought blushing was just for us, but was he right? Or are there maybe some parallels out there in the animal kingdom? Well, it turns out we're not entirely alone. While our very specific reason for blushing, social embarrassment, seems to be pretty unique, the basic act of flushing with color in response to excitement or stress, that happens elsewhere. We see it in dogs, in birds, even in dolphins. So, after all this, it's time to completely reframe how we look at this weird little human reaction. It is so easy to think of blushing as a bug, right? A glitch in our programming. But it's not. It's a feature. It's a highly sophisticated tool that evolved to help us navigate our complex social world. It protects our reputation and keeps our social groups strong. And it does it all without us having to say a single word. So the next time you feel that heat rising in your cheeks, just remember what's happening. It's an automatic, honest-to-goodness display of your social and emotional intelligence. It shows you care about the rules that connect us all. And in that moment, you're not losing face. Your body is actually saving it.